Gravity Force. One of the best cartoons ever made, if not the number one best. This show was very groundbreaking in terms of its quality. It was like none other show before it. The world building, the characters, the top-notch humor, pretty much everything about the show. I'd even go as far as to say this show is perfect. This show carried my childhood throughout the 2010s, and I am very happy that it did. This show means a whole lot to me and my personality. It's the go-to-go show that I would watch anytime I feel depressed, or to look back on how much of a masterpiece the show is. But what if I told you what led to this show existing? Well, this is where we have to go all the way back to a full decade before Gravity Force was released. But before that, we have to look for the main ingredients. The ingredients that would be like the nucleus for what ideas that inspired Alex Hirsch to brainstorm Gravity Force. Alex Hirsch grew up in Piedmont, California with her twin sister, where they would spend their summer vacations with their great aunt Lois. And also they would visit his granddad called Stan, who would love to tell tales and would love to mess with them for fun. Sounds like someone quite familiar. Yeah, you definitely know the drill. He was the inspiration for Uncle Stan. He also loved to spend some of these times visiting Oregon, which is pretty much where the fictional town of Gravity Falls is. So it is clear where he got the inspiration from. This was the perfect glimpse of what a cartoon would look like for him. And so, he managed to brainstorm ideas of Gravity Force and have its main narrative being based off his childhood memories, especially of his summer vacations that he spent with his sister, Ariel Hirsch. Back in the mid to late 90s when they were kids, Alex Hirsch himself being the inspiration for Dipper and Ariel Hirsch being the inspiration for Mabel, and thus the brainstorming was complete. One day in 2002 at his high school, he won the school's annual bird calling contest as well as making an appearance on the Late Show of David Letterman, and at the same time he graduated high school, on top of making a short animated film for the event of the graduation titled Alfred Hitchcock Presents Schoolhouse Flock. If you have seen this on the internet, to nobody's surprise I haven't, you could probably see where the inspiration for the Dr. Tiff TV show in the setting of Gravity Force was highlighted from. All this is what led to him attending Howard in college starting from 2006, as it is what inspired him into becoming an animator and a TV show writer. This is where he would produce a vast number of projects and brief-length films, the big one being his senior film, Off the Wall, that he made in May 2007, which was an amalgamation of animation and live action, in which his friend in college, Adrian Molina, was involved in the production of this. We'll get to him later. This animated film was a success as it was picked up by Nicktoons Network for their original series, Shorts in a Bunch. Due to this, Alex Hirsch graduated from college with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. This is what led him into the animation industry as a whole, as he would go on to work on the 2008 Cartoon Network show, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, as a storyboard artist and writer of the show. On the verge of producing Gravity Force, he originally thought of making a broadcast on Fox, and also Adriana Molina helped with the idea of coming up with 5 TV show ideas to pitch to a company. The final show being Gravity Force, in which one of them would be picked up.
I had a good friend in college named Adrian Molina, and I thought that one day I might like to come up with a TV show. So as a game, I said, let's come up with 5 TV shows every single day, and we'll send each other every day 5 TV show ideas, and the catch of the game is whoever the first person is to give up, because it's a lot of work to think of 5 TV shows in a day, the first person to give up, their punishment is they have to write an entire 40-page pilot to the premise of the other person's choosing. But the very last show I wrote was a show called Gravity Falls. The description was...
However, it was revealed that one of the staff at Disney Television Animation, Mike Moon, came across Alex Hirsch's animation film Off the Wall, in which he enjoyed it a lot. As a reward, he asked him to pitch Disney a TV show, which was during a time where Disney Channel was looking to expand its animation production to infinity and beyond. Pun intended. From new talents that will bring a whole new light to shine for potential of good quality animated shows, news that would bring success onto Disney Channel. We already saw that with Phineas and Ferb in 2007, and we know how much of a success that was. So Disney decided they should have more shows like that would revolutionize their channel in every way possible so that they can appeal to a more wider audience. However, there was a deal in store. The deal was that if Alex Hirsch helped develop one of the shows that would come to the table eventually, they would help with the production of the show Alex Hirsch was planning to greenlit, that being Gravity Falls, of course. The show that they wanted Alex Hirsch to help with the production with was Fish Hooks. Specifically, they wanted him to come up with characters of the show, and they wanted him to voice act a shellfish in the show called Clamantha. One of my favorite characters in the show, by the way. She is so cool.
Look, Dad.
Hi guys! Today I'm gonna show off a few of my...
In addition, it came with him voice acting more characters in the show, along with him creating the storyboard of some episodes and writing some episodes of the show. If he had considered their plan, then they would accept his pitch of Gravity Falls to Disney. In order for Alex to make it easier for a show to come to life, he had to leave CN Studios, where he worked on Flapjack, to migrate into Disney Television Studios, where he went to his office, and hence he accepted the deal, and so did the team at Disney. And what 2 shows have been summed up? Well, here's a demonstration summary of what happens next. Childhood experiences, Simpsons/Twin Peaks installation and animation school, plus pitching it to Fox. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect mastermind of a show. Or it mostly came with good. And thus, Fish Hooks, and most importantly, Gravity Falls were born. And that is how Gravity Falls became greenlit. The show would go on to have an animated pilot around the same time Fish Hooks was released. Then a few years later, the actual show was released. Overall, it's crazy to think that Fish Hooks, a show that is decent at best, led to Gravity Falls' existence. If it wasn't for Disney inviting Alex Hirsch to help with the production of Fish Hooks in order for them to allow him to pitch the show, it would be very difficult for Gravity Falls to come to life. Heck, the show might not even exist at all if it wasn't for that, which is one thing I can give credit to Fish Hooks for. Despite the show having 3 criminals being cast as the main 3 trio leading the show, 2 of them being PDF files, in which one in between them jumped the hell out of his wife, that being Justin Roiland. Now I wonder if Alex Hirsch found out about this, and I don't know if he would ever want to become friends with him ever again. And lastly, the final one being responsible for a cocaine scandal. What in the fuck? Did I even forget to say that she was fit? This show was my childhood, and now realizing that the main cast of the show are criminals, my inner 5-year-old is scared for life. On second thought, Disney initially held Alex Hirsch hostage just so he can be able to pitch his show to them so that his show gets brought to life. One day I am planning to make a separate video on face hooks, but trust me, it's not going to be anytime soon since I am busy with other projects. So yeah, as a wise French phrase inanimate object says, get digging buddy. You'll eventually find whatever you want to find on the ground as you dig endlessly. If you give up, you will never get that thing you wanted, and your hype will be worth nothing.
Whoa! This is worthless.
In this case it is an anonymous video of fish hooks.
Well, get digging, Bobby! The ingredients are probably underground.
And if you couldn't tell what day I have posted this video, it is being posted on the day that it is Alex Hirsch's 40th birthday. That's right guys, this video was made as a love letter to him for his 40th birthday, thanking him for making what is known as one of the most influential cartoons of the 2010s decade, which was influential for a good cause, as it inspired more shows that followed a similar premise or was part of the story-driven genre that we mostly know animation in the 2010s for, which marked the renaissance cartoons in general. And not just that, I give him thanks to him for making the best show on television and for ensuring that the show is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. That alone makes him a legend. Happy 40th birthday, Alex Hirsch. Here's to 40 more years of life blessed by God, the mighty legend who brought you into this world. And also, happy 13th anniversary to Gravity Force. The show is officially ancient now. A teenager? Man, I feel old.
I now officially declare you technically teenagers. Welcome to Angst and Acne Forever.
One of us! One of us! One of us!
And also it's Ariel Hirsch's 40th birthday as well, since both Alex and her were born as twins. So happy 40th birthday to her as well. And that's the video, I guess. Sorry I've been away for a while. I have been busy preparing for my GCSE exams, and by the time this video releases, I will still be taking more GCSE exams, as I have been doing it for more than a month at this point. I will be finishing them anytime soon. Thank God this torture is almost over. Soon I can finally rest and come back to the production of my amphibian retrospective after almost 3 whole months, and finish it off just in time for the summer.
Summertime, I want to come in. Gonna take off all my clothes, put my balls on your chest.
I don't know how else to end this video, so I'll just show you a montage.
Hey! Wanna hear a joke? Here goes. My ex-wife still misses me, but her aim is getting better. Her aim is getting better. You see, it's funny because marriage is terrible.
Am I a man? Am I a baby? These are legitimate questions.
Welcome to a world of mystery.
Stan Pines.
The tax collector! You found me! Which one of these is the trap door?
I have 3 Y chromosomes, 6 Adam's apples, pecs on my abs, and fists for nipples!
Nothing brightens a dark room like light from a window. Time to open the window. Oh, no! Not giving my life savings to some quack doctor. Should men always pay for dinner? What is this, Russia?
Could you sit tight? I have to go to the bathroom for a long time. Not in a weird way.
Remember, reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Bye, gold. Bye!